Hello and welcome, rookie card collecting friends. Just want to say a special shout out to all the moms out there. Thank you for all that you do. Happy Mother's Day. Well, these are the types of videos that I like to do on occasion just to break up the monotony because I know at times the topic of the rookie card can be polarizing, especially in my delivery at times. And it's something that I like to do that, hey, we don't have to be so serious all the time. We can still have a little bit of fun. And I wanted to share with you some pickups that I had, but also I wanted to share with you one of my goals for 2024 was to do something different with my background. And I'm going to go ahead and kind of show you very quickly what I've done differently with my background. Hold on. Okay, so this is my old setup. It's built on some IKEA bookshelves. And I first went with like just the first two rows showing cards. And I went with like a three-tiered system. And I included some lights because it was hard to see that top tier of cards at the very back there. So because it was hard to see and it was dark, I went ahead and used some lights. I went ahead and used the way I built the tiers, the step ladder tiered system. There is I took these 660 count boxes made by BCW, and I spray painted them black, and that basically I went ahead and built those up accordingly. Here are the stands that I went with. Not very happy with these. They were at a great price back then when I started all of this. It was during the pandemic, and there was a lot of shortage of supplies. I had shopped around for so long, I finally had to settle for these because these were the only ones available at that time. But the problem that I had with these, as you can see on the picture on the right hand side, is if like one of my grandkids bumped into it while they were down here with me playing and stuff like that, or if I wanted to change out a card, I had to like stick my hand in there very, very carefully. It was like that old board game Operation. And if you just slightly touched a card any old kind of way, it would just collapse. The whole thing would collapse. I would have cards that would fall in the back of the shelf. Then I had to go digging for them. And it got to the point where I didn't even want to touch the cards. I didn't even want to bump into them bookshelves. I'd walk around them because I didn't want them to fall. And I says, you know what? I made it my goal for one of my goals for 2024 is to come up with something different. I did contemplate hanging things on the wall with some cases, but it doesn't appeal to me. I didn't want to go that route. And as you can see, we're still talking about my old setup here. There's three main areas that I didn't like. The first one was, you can see that piece of Velcro there up on the top. That's where the light would go. Now, the lights were okay. They never fell, that kind of thing. But the lights were battery hogs. I mean, it would take three AAAs per light. And those lights, I don't know where they were made, but they would like corrode. If I would leave them in there, the batteries would corrode inside of the light, and it would just eat the life of those batteries like really, really quick. And I was just spending a fortune on lights. And even if I didn't use the lights, just the fact that they were in there, they would oxidize, and it was a hot mess. So I just got rid of the lights entirely for that reason. But then you can see it was very dark, and you can only see like the first row really well, maybe the second row, but that third row was really, really dark back there. And when I had friends and family come over, they wanted to see the cards and they had a hard time seeing them. And then on the bottom square there, that the bottom cube there, you don't even see the third row in the back. You like literally had to like squat down in order to see that back row. So that was no good either. That just really turned me off. I figured I need to do something. So I went ahead, brought everything down and just started from scratch. And what I decided to do is only go with like a two-tiered system. And the way I did this was I used those same boxes from BCW, but I needed some weight behind them. So I filled them up with like commons, just to give the boxes some weight, and then I taped the boxes shut. And when I sat them upright, now they had some a solid foundation. So that worked out really well. I decided to go from a 3 tier down to a 2 tier, but I was going to use some weight behind them so that if it does get bumped, things wouldn't collapse. And so I started looking for stands, and I wanted to go with this type of stand. I actually even bought some to test it out. I really liked how they were sitting upright, and I was going to be able to bring them uh, close to the front of the cube, and I was going to need 3 of them for each cube. And when I went to go shopping for these, they were somewhat pricey. What really, they were made by with a 3D printer, and some guy was like manufacturing them and selling them on Amazon. I reached out to him because for the amount that I needed, I was looking at just a little over $400. And I thought that was just a little too much to spend for stands. You know, the other stands I had cost like 18 cents each. And to go from that to $405, it was a little steep to me. I reached out to the owner. I says, "Hey, here's what I got going on. I would like to buy X amount, and I'm just wondering if, because I'm buying such a large quantity, would you be willing to cut me a lower price?" And he got back to me. He says the best that he's willing to do is just free shipping. And I was like, I'm going to get free shipping anyways, but with Amazon Prime. But that's fine. You know, it was a no. I guess it was a no, and so I seek for alternatives, and I ended up just going with these. These were my best options to do what I wanted to do, and so I used the box setup like I got it off on the right hand picture here, and I put 3 cards in front of the black box there, and I put 3 cards on top of the black box, and that gave me the 2 tiers that I was looking for at just a fraction of the cost. I mean, these I think it was $38 shipped from BCW for all of the card stands that I needed, and I was able to adjust. These are adjustable, so I can stand them up tall or lean them back. And so I really liked. I just went ahead and went with these for now. But this was the finished product. As you can see, the similar to the old one, but now we only have 2 tiers. The cards are more towards the front because they're standing upright, so there's no need for lights. You can see everything very clearly. And then what I typically like to do, these are the lights that I typically use. I use a fluorescent light up at the top, and I use this other light at the bottom that really creates this effect. And this is the finished product. And this is what you typically see behind me. Just a little something I wanted to share because this was a goal for 2024, and I can check mark the box now for one of my 2024 goals was to figure something out for my background and my shelves. And now friends and family, they come down, they always want to see my cards, and that's the first thing they go to. And I have a little representation for everything. A lot of rookie cards in here, but I have some vintage. I have some cards from the 80s, the 90s. I have some players that I like Michael Jordan, Roberto Clemente, Sammy Sosa, and some football card, a little bit of football, a little bit of WNBA even. And I have a little something to show off for everybody. My old setup, I was able to hold 108 cards. This new setup, I can only show off 72 cards. But for what I'm doing down here, it's just fine. My basement at the moment is unfinished, but it's huge. I have a space here of 21 feet by 28 feet. So this is really, really big. I have big plans drawn out for this here down here. This is going to be quite the man cave when I get done with it, and I'll be sure to take you guys along for that journey. But this is the finished product. Hang on, because I want to show you guys some of my most recent pickups. Hey, well, those have been the changes that I've made to my backdrop here in 2024. I hope you enjoyed it. If you got any questions about it, feel free to reach out or just leave a comment or something. I'll answer the question the best I can. Most recent pickup, be honest with you, have not been able to pick up a lot. I've been spending a lot of my discretionary income on the book, and I'll be doing an update on the book here in the coming weeks. But at the same time, I also have the National. So between the book and the National, there's not much fun. It's for pickups, but I have been picking up some here and there. So let me start by showing you 1997 Bowman's Best. This is the refractor. Got that one. And its parallel, 1997 Bowman's Best Atomic Refractor. Was able to pick that one up also. This is the 1999 Topps Finest split screen insert. This is the refractor version. It doesn't refract very much on camera, but this is the one with Mark McGwire and Sammy Sosa. I really enjoy 1999 and 1998 because that's when inserts really started picking up hot and heavy for Sammy Sosa. I got this 2002 E-Tops, which was pretty cool. They even shipped in the One Touch, surprisingly, but excited to pick this one up because you don't see this very often. This one, I checked on the last time it was sold, there wasn't even a comp in the last 3 years for this card. So was excited to pick that one up. And this one as well. This is the 2004 Skybox limited edition of Sammy Sosa. This one is serial numbered to 25. You probably won't be able to see it, but it's number 21 of 25. And if you know that Sammy Sosa jersey number is number 21. So really excited to pick those up. I am going to be putting these inside of a binder top loader. Finally got one after much research and studying on the topic. This is the one I went with. Very pleased with the outcome. In the past, I've never been a big fan of these because you can't see the backs of the card. And I've always been like, well, what's the point? If you can't see the back of the card, what's the point? But I do like the concept that you can put it in a top loader, and then I put my top loader inside of a perfect fit sleeve for top loaders. And I just love now that if I want to bring them in and out, I can, because everything's protected from fingerprints and scratches and whatnot. So I went ahead and made an exception with this one. And this is where my Sammy Sosa insert card PC is going to live. And I can tell you the end result is that I'm very, very pleased with it. Well, hey, listen, that's going to be all for this one. Stay tuned for my next video. My next video is going to be the ultimate rookie card guide for Anthony Edwards. There's been a lot of requests coming in for that type of video for that player. And stay tuned because that will be my next video. Until next time, thanks for tuning in. And I'll catch you on the next one.
The true Jordan rookie from 1985.
Bullshit.